Okay, good morning everybody. I'll be starting our normal meeting. You know, the corporate meeting is something very important for every company. So the reason I'm speaking English, I know most of you speak English. So because our company wants to be proud to be a company where we speak English in, and I will not basically hesitate to speak English anytime. Okay, and I'm even proud that English is the language of this country. Then for most of you that's been going to school in high school and also in higher education, we can also say we have a company to get you back because most of you we are in the majority French speaking environment and your parent has decided to send you to school where you speak English. But sometime when you finish going to the English session, then when you go back to work, you always just going to speak in French. But that won't be the case in this company, right? Even though we live into a francophone environment, English is going to be the language you're going to be using most of the time to communicate. And I always that a lot. So, because we're also going to be using English to do our job. Because, you know, when you go online to search stuff, when you search in French, the database in French is very, very tiny, right, compared to the database in English, where when you do a search, you actually get more in the results because majority of people in Pakistan, in India, in South Africa, they're all going to be using English in the computer. So you guys using English, you're gonna have more chance to have something else. To give an example, when you were doing AI, when you went online, majority of videos happen to be in English. For most of you who do not basically speak English, then you're gonna have some limitation to have results when you do research. Okay, that's for one. And for two, it's very important to do a meeting like this because we need to recuperate. We need to recuperate all the time so we can know what we're doing. What is that we're doing here? People need to know that. And when people know what we're doing, they tend to forget. We have to remind again and again in a meeting. So we don't really become tired of meeting. Where I come from in America, we do meeting all the time. As a matter of fact, we have 3 meetings. Something like that, meeting. So at least we have a mandatory meeting. The meeting is to track the progress of everybody. So if you spend one day without doing nothing, the next meeting people are gonna know. Because when you're gonna ask questions to people, what have you been doing? You're gonna say, I've been doing this and that, right? And if you say you have done something that you're lying, that you've done that, your colleague gonna say, okay, whatever you say you've done, what did you put that? In case I didn't see it. So people are gonna be shy in big meeting because when you have a meeting like this, then you haven't done nothing to work 24 hours, then that's gonna show, okay? So for people that watch American movies, and if you happen to see the movie where people are having meetings, right? Meetings are very important. Not just meeting about where you're going to see a president with the ministers and stuff like that when you have situation, but also in corporate environment, they also have situation where they have meetings and they have to talk about important things. Okay, in Africa, we often have meetings where we want to collect money, right? Like, okay, that we're going for it's not just about that, it's also about meeting where we also need to address situations. Some of you, your family, you must have like family meetings where sometimes you have to go to the village or something like that, where your family will group most of the time because they want to kind of know about everybody's problem and actually rebound with people, have like the young family like that. So that's going to be the something here. I did encourage you to have meeting on your own, so I won't be the one to order the meeting because the meeting is very important. Again, I'll just give you a very quick example. For most of you that watches, like you're going to be watching like football match, right? They have the first meeting before the match. You don't just see that meeting, but before going to play, they have like a meeting where they reinforce their value, right? They reinforce the say you're going to win this, and you have to play good, and they energize everybody, right? That meeting is very important. And now after 45 minutes, they have another meeting. That's you can call that break, but it's also a meeting, right? Where they actually somehow analyze and assess the very first half of the match, so they can actually adjust of the second half, right? That's the team that wins. And my goal, guys, is to have a team that wins. Okay. Just take me as a coach right now. Right? You might just say, "Oh, Alex, you might be a coach, but I don't know if you have like, skill to be a coach." Like somebody asked, what was that? Ito the other day because Ito was blaming the national coach and Ito says, "I've been a coach, but people remind you you've been a coach for 2 months, right? So it means I think I have this ability to coach you, to manage you, to lead you, to show you where to go. Okay, that's my goal right now. So think about me more as a coach than me being as a teacher. Because at school, back at school, you have teachers that comes and give you broad knowledge about something to do. As a matter of fact, the coach will not care if you even know that or not. The only thing he comes, he just puts some writing as an exam for you. If you pass, you go forward. If you don't pass, you don't go forward. He doesn't give a damn about it. Okay? But the company, they give a damn. We give a damn about you progressing. We give a concern about you become better. Because the more each of you are better, the more the company is better. Think about that. It's just like a football match. The more players are good, the more the team is good. That's the reason they don't play about training. You have to be on time. By the way, they do training at least 1 time per day. They also have about after the training have realization like in the gym, something like that. So because they care about it. Okay? So the reason I keep talking about this is because success is difficult. It's not easy. Because some of you think success is easy, but it's not. So when I have these tasks to lead you to success, I know it won't be easy for me. It won't be easy for you. Me, I already know the way. I know how difficult it is, but you probably don't know how difficult it is. And some of you are gonna play along the way, right? Just like when you go to school, you're gonna have the back, right? The back, sorry. So choose that on back, and then you don't know how difficult the back is. So you have your friend going to, read back of the lesson after class, the revising, right? But you don't do anything. You go back home, you watch your novellas, you go play games. I mean, you like soccer, you go play soccer. You like, go do the commentaire in something that they call the parlement. You go there, you like talking, right? But as you're talking, as you play soccer, some people are doing what? They're revising, right? And after they have their back, you don't have your back. Then you wonder how things happen. Because you didn't know at the first place that to have that back, you have to stop doing what other people are doing inside the neighborhood. As they go and play, you don't go play. As they go watch those series, those movies, you don't go watch movies. So you work harder, so because you have to go to achieve. But then when you have the back, you go like in the morning, say, oh, here is some back there. Oh, here is some back there. But they don't know the sacrifice you have done, right, to finally succeed. They don't know it. But you know it. You know when they were playing, you didn't play. But now, why am I talking about all this? Because people think when you're over with school, then struggle start. No, that's not where struggle start. I always going to remind you because I come from a country where people work. In this country, people don't work. I just want to remind you that. They sell. That's as far as they can do. So they do business. They can succeed in business. Somebody can open a shop where they can be selling cars, importing cars from Europe and come sell here, having millions. They can do that. So most of the people that have money in this country are selling. So unfortunately, most of you also going to sell. But when you go to school, when you went to school this time, you say, "Oh, I probably might not sell. Oh, I might do computer." Computer also give money, but you don't know about it yet because you're not practicing, right? So if you guys all don't want to go back and selling the way our father are doing, our mothers are doing, just learn. I know that because my mother sells too. You see my mother down there. She sells. So in about 30 minutes, she's going to go back to Manchester where she sells. So I grew up in a family where majority of people are selling. My grandmother used to sell as well in the market. So I know that most of the people are selling, right? Because of the American people. But if you're somebody from the center, maybe you're going to have a chance to go to the government, right? But because I'm coming from the West, we don't have a chance to be employed in the government, so we sell, right? But we can do something else than sell. We can be a computer engineer, for instance. You are already a computer engineer, but the only problem with that is you don't have a way to apply it. And I offer a platform for you to apply those things. And I also tell you, it's not easy. It's difficult. Because I come from a place where I work with white people. Those white people are also struggling. They work hard. They don't play. Right? When they go to work with us, we finish by night time. They barely have time to take their family play, to like go to movies and stuff like that. Okay? Because it's much about work. But in Cameroon, unfortunately, it's not more about work because the way we've been trained in Cameroon is that you go to work at 8, you finish at 4. I mean, that's the ideal case. I mean, the people that have money, like if you go to Bonamusa, for instance, the people that build houses there, sometimes you're going to see them back home by 4, by 5. And because they succeeded that way, you're going to think success is that. It's not true. Success is not about, finishing work earlier, right? But they're lying to you. Most of those people, they're stealing. Okay, I'm Cameroonian, so please don't take me wrong. That's my brothers and my sisters. Okay. If they work in a nurse, when you go to the hospital, you don't have a needle. You have to pay for it, but that's illegal. If you go to the hospital, you don't have money like right now. They don't care about you. If you work in the police station, those people they have their money outside before their salaries. If you work if you're a customer, you work in the port, right? You know about them. They have money. Okay? They have money. They don't have money in the conventional way. So they're lying to you. The way I'm saying they're lying to you is they destroy what success is. Success is not that. Because now, if I ask you now about how are we going to put that one, you're going to be happy to go there. I know. It's not let's go one year. I know that. But it's not easy to go there. For those who are able to become a douanier, right? They're doing that and you feel like that's the way life is. But what I can tell you is that you can just achieve the same amount of money they have by working in computer. Okay? Vous pouvez avoir le même argent que les douaniers ont en travaillant en tant qu'informaticien. D'accord? Il faut qu'on arrête de mentir que si tu ne vas pas les NAM, tu prends le concours de la douane, le concours de la police, tu ne vas pas réussir dans la vie. On peut réussir ailleurs. So I remind you all that please work harder. That's what I'm telling you. Work harder. You're gonna get it. And take example for myself. My mom, she used to sell since I was a kid. I'm coming from a single family house. My father left us when I was just like 6 years like this. My younger brother was even younger. So my mother has to cook, and go to sell and take care of us, right? I'm not coming from a rich family, but I have a lot of, assets now. I can compare myself to those people now that pretend to have money. But I know that it's work because I'm coming from a place where when you work, you have your money. Elon Musk, for instance, that guy is working harder, and that's the richest man in the planet today. Okay? So, long story short, I really want to encourage you to work because I want to build a dream team. And my team has to be people working hard, playing less. If you have room to play, of course, that's gonna relax yourself, right? You need to relax sometimes. But at the end of the day, think about working. Because if I really want to train people in Cameroon, they're gonna have the same background of people back in the US. That's my goal. Ultimately, I don't think that we're stupid because when I work with those white people, they think we're stupid. That's what they think. Because occasionally they're gonna ask me, Alex, have you ever seen a lion in your life? That stupid question, right? You never see a lion. But they're gonna ask me because they think I live in the bush, right? They can believe that I live in the bush. They're gonna ask me, have you seen a lion? I say no, because when they go to Africa, they go to safari, they want to see lions, giraffes, and all those things that we don't care about. Right? But when you go there, they say, I want to go to Africa because I really want to see those lions and those giraffes. When you see them, how do you manage? At times they don't even know we have cars here because they're very so less educated about us that they think they're stupid. I know we're not stupid because I went to school here. I know we intelligent. But how can I prove to those white people that we have brain in Africa? How can they prove them? How can I stay and talk to my white counterpart that in Africa here, we have people that have brain that think? How can I prove them? I come here and I raise a team, I show them computer, and whatever we do here, they can see from all over there. When somebody shines in Africa here, we have social media, they can see that very quick. So if you can actually do very good stuff here, they're gonna see and say, oh, how come they can do it? Right? They won't even understand that because they think Even in America, we have black people in America still. They say in America, they say that black people are good only for basketball, football, and security guard. That's what they think. Okay. So even black Americans struggle to recognize that they have brand, right? So please don't make me look stupid. I know you're not. So try to bring the good out of you. I know you have a brand. Come up with that brand and let's do something very important. Okay? Please, I'm begging you because if you fail, I fail. If I fail to raise people in Africa, that can actually do something good. Even I've been failing because all those money I'm investing back in Douala Yaoundé, just to keep this building and the one in Yaoundé running, it's a lot of money. So I'm investing a lot of capital back in Cameroon here because I believe in you, because I believe you do something good, right? So when I give you those free knowledge, you can end up going somewhere else and apply it. I'm going to say, my ultimate goal is that we stay together and do something together. But now, if I train you and you happen to have a good job somewhere, I'm going to say, okay, at least I help somebody to do something, right? We call that a field activity. At least I say, okay, I'm helping because I grew up and I say, what can I do for the people, for this country that I come from? I say, okay, I'm a very good computer engineer, so how can I help people back home to become like me? Just like a office can go out and say, okay, how can I pull in young people to become like me? Okay? That's what I'm doing. So if I can help you to become very smart, right? And to do something good, then I'm winning. So my winning gonna be when we're gonna be generating money out of what we do. So we can take the money and give back to you and say, okay, that's the money you make this year. Let's say we did let's say 1 month we did 20 million. Okay, you have 20 million in income. Maybe you can be dashed with 200,000, right? So you can have a better salary. I mean, my goal is to have people in this company to not envy people that work in MTN, Orange, somewhere else. What's the big company in Cameroon? Or even the bank, right? That's my goal. My goal is to have you to work here and have a decent income, like, you know, getting your car, getting everything you want in your life, build your family, feed up your kids. So think about that now. I don't want you to wait that you have 2 kids to bring to college and then you run all over the party because you want to borrow money. J'ai besoin de 200 000 parce que je vais envoyer mes enfants au collège. J'ai besoin de 500 000. C'est même pas 200 000. T'as besoin de plus de 500 000. For those who want to send kids to university, how would you do? It's $1 million now. You have 2 kids, it's $2 million. I don't understand why everybody is going to the private today. But I told you to me, just take my advice for it. That is not a place to grow your knowledge. Because they give you everything there. I actually grew up from only national school and university. Je suis allé au lycée, je suis allé à l'université de Douala, je suis allé à l'université de Douala. Et moi j'ai remarqué en allant dans cette université que les gars qui venaient d'ailleurs n'avaient pas de haut niveau. Parce qu'ils ne savaient pas chercher, on les nourrissait. Entre un enfant qu'on nourrit, un enfant qui se nourrit, qui est mieux. Donc pour ceux qui veulent avoir seulement leur diplôme, payez tout cet argent, payez vos diplômes. Mais moi, je vais conseiller aux gens d'aller dans les établissements publics. C'est la vraie formation là-bas. D'ailleurs, quand on est à l'extérieur, when we are outside, when you come with your degree, they don't recognize the degree that you get from those university. They only want you to for national university because they trust only like University of Douala, University de Yaoundé, University de Yaoundé, those type of things, right? So, for me, the people that goes and pay 1 million to go to school, I think that's a waste of money. The only thing they want is their diploma, their paper. When they have the bachelor, now they go home 6. So, I don't know. I don't encourage people to go there. So if you have your 50,000, go here at University of Douala. You try to school there. If you fail the first year, you learn from your failure. I failed, but I learned from it, and I raised up. But I don't see people failing much when they go to those private schools. They don't fail. I mean, if you do your thing normally, in 3 years you have your degree. They don't make you fail because if people are failing too much, then that won't be good. So, but that's personal, okay? Don't say that what I see is always true. It's always personal. So probably the inverse might be true too. I always measure when I say something because not always what I say is true. Now, come back to to this way, to this company. I want you to keep doing those small meetings, just the way I'm doing it. The meeting is just about to say what exactly you're going to be doing during the day. You're trying to achieve small step goal. Those small step goals are going to actually end up being big step goal. So, to be honest, I'm going to say we've been doing the last week more than we did the week prior. So, I'm not saying you guys are doing nothing. You're doing something. I'm very appreciative for what we've been doing with AI recently. It's good. So, when you do it, I post it, and people look at it. It's not good yet. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. We're going slowly. But again, it's very difficult. For people who thought doing computer engineering is easy, let them know now that that's the difficult job they ever choose to do. Do computer engineering is much more difficult than sales. It's much more difficult than be a police officer. It's much more difficult than be a truck driver. It's more difficult than be a carpenter. It's more difficult than be anything because that uses a lot of your brain. La matière grise travaille beaucoup plus. Pour moi, c'est le métier le plus difficile. Parce que souvent, nous, les informations, on n'a pas le temps pour nous. D'accord? On passe tout notre temps devant la machine, là, comme si on était venu, c'est pas quoi, sous la machine là. Somebody, curse you to be just in front of the computer 24/7. But if you don't do that, you're going to lose in your brain capability. Like if you're a runner, you stop running for one week, it's over. You won't be able to compete with the people that be running every day. You know that, right? So if you stop training your brain gonna lose capacity to do stuff. That reason I'm much more interested in you young people because your brain is still active. You're still coming from school. You haven't done 2 years yet at home. But for the people that already done 2 years at home, I'm telling you, their brain is not empty no more. Just think about the fact that you've been doing 3 months. Pendant les congés, là, tu vas faire 3 mois de congés, tu ne vas pas à l'école. Ce n'est plus ça, donc tu apprends pas à l'école à temps, tu apprends quoi être attentif au cours, tu apprends quoi faire tes leçons. Souvent, tu as besoin de septembre, octobre, pour essayer de te remettre à niveau parce que tu as fait 3 mois de congés. Rien que les 3 mois de congés t'ont déjà assoupli le cerveau. Combien de fois tu fais 2 ans à la maison, 3 ans à la maison. C'est ça que les gars qui ont déjà fait 3 ans à la maison, quand ils finissent, ça ne fait pas. Avec moi. Parce que vous voyez, je vous fais la pression. Qu'est-ce que tu as fait? Je vous fais la pression, I'm pressuring you to do something. And then your brain is working. Right? When those people come here, they don't stay. Right? They don't stay because they feel like, I'm too much demanding. And that's what I need for you to succeed. If I'm not demanding like this too much, then you're going to be sleeping. If you sleep too much, then my goal won't be met. And then your goal also won't be met because then the only way you're going to apply your computer engineering is to exit Cameroon, to go outside, to apply what you've been learning at school, because there's no way for you to do that in Cameroon because there's not even one company that can give you a chance to do that. Unless you just want to go somewhere where you're going to be maintaining computers or maintaining softwares that people already built. Les gars qui travaillent à MTN, les logiciels de MTN sont faits en Afrique du Sud. C'est une compagnie d'Afrique du Sud. So don't think about everything you're doing here in MTN is coming from Cameroon. No, just go there so you can be applying what people in South Africa tell you to do. Si tu vas à Orange maintenant, les logiciels qui sont faits à Orange sont faits en France, une société française. Donc ne pensez pas que vous allez aller là-bas pour aller. Si tu travailles pour Yango, la compagnie qui fait le taxi, ceux qui font ça sont basés en Russie. C'est une compagnie russe. D'accord? Si vous partez à la SGBC, c'est une compagnie à majorité française. Donc, here in Cameroon, we don't produce anything really per se. So when you go to school, chances are if you want to apply that, you have to exit Cameroon so you can go where you can have a chance to apply it. I'm giving you a chance that we can apply something here so we can compete with the sub-region altogether because the way I'm building this company back in Yaoundé here, or the number of people we're going to be having working, we're going to be doing a lot because I don't know in the sub-region whatever company like this company that might be more than 1,000 people. My company wants to apply more than 1,000 people to field computer engineering only. That's the ultimate goal. So that's the never stop hiring. We hire people, they come, we train them. The people that are good stay. The people that are lazy go. You keep going, right? So then people that are concerned about time, I know that will be very difficult for you because nobody tells you that in this company we really care about our time. So then people are going to say, it won't be quality time because of le temps passé au travail est équivalent à la réalité du travail, and that's true. But at least, are you able to spend that type of time for your work? But you might not. Some people don't do that. I mean, just to talk about studying. Some people might study only for 1 hour, right? But I know some people now, when they go to study, they start in the morning, you see them coming back at 6 o'clock, especially when they have to do their bachelor's or anything like this. They start in the morning, they study, they finish at 6, they can do that every day. But some people cannot afford that. Tell them to come study with you all day. By the time they spend 2 hours with you, they're going to be like, je suis ennuyé, je suis embêté. Ils doivent faire un jeu de musique tout se remonter, tu vois, parce qu'ils ne peuvent pas, ne suivent pas la tendance, ils ne peuvent pas. Ils ne peuvent tout simplement pas. Et je comprends certaines personnes qui viennent travailler avec nous ici, ils n'arrivent pas à suivre notre tendance. Pour eux, je suis vraiment très désolé. Parce que j'ai vraiment besoin de travailler avec les meilleurs et les meilleurs. Et pour que vous soyez meilleurs, je suis désolé d'aller travailler plus que les autres personnes. Et si vous ne pouvez pas travailler plus que les autres personnes, vous n'êtes pas meilleur. Parce qu'il y a une corrélation entre le temps passé à travailler et étudier avec le succès. Bon, c'est pas moi qui le dis, vous le savez, pour ceux d'entre vous, quand vous voyez les gens étudier, vous voyez un peu les idées comme on va passer le bac et regarde le bac, moi la personne qui étudie, non, vous pouvez étudier comme ça après le bac. D'accord? The same thing in computer engineering. We cannot be working harder the way we work harder and we fail. Right? So please, for the people who like not to work harder, please know that your days are numbered in this company. I mean, or you exceed yourself, or you see yourself being exceeded, right? You never even stay. Okay? And most of the time when I have a one-on-one conversation with you, I always say to you, it's going to be harder. I say, remember, I've been 2 years in Cameroon doing the same thing already. People quit, they leave the company, they don't care. They don't care about big dreams, they don't want to dream, they want something they want to eat now. If they don't have anything now, they don't care, they go back home. They watch their TVs and that's it. They don't care about tomorrow. If tomorrow they're going to be broke, they don't care, right? They have their bachelor degree, that's enough for them. And then they're going to try to beg the family to send them outside so they can be working harder the way they were supposed to be working hard at the first place in Cameroon. Because if you go to France, in America, you think you're going to be sleeping. Nobody sleeps there, right? Even if they offer you a job to work at night time, the whole night, you say, oh, thank you for that job. Thank you. Because people are working. You won't be staying home before going to work. So you're going to beg to have a work, you're going to do the whole night. Okay? I know because I know Cameroonian there. Because me, I don't. Okay, by the way, I'm going to give you another part of my story. I done 7 countries. J'ai fait 7 pays. 7. Quand j'ai quitté le Cameroun, parti, comme on dit, en aventure, je savais jamais que je devais être en Amérique et être en Amérique. Donc, j'avais jamais su. Ok? J'ai commencé par la Chine. Imaginez-vous, c'est quand les gars partaient en Chine fatigués, les visées étaient encore faciles à la Chine. Mon oncle m'a dit que je viens m'aider à charger le continent en Chine. Ok, je venais d'avoir mon bachelor. Et je faisais mon master. Donc j'étais en maîtrise. Vous savez ce que j'ai fait? J'ai abandonné le tout sous parti et dit que j'ai fait d'autres en on m'avait aidé à charger des conteneurs. Je suis arrivé en Chine. Après, il a fallu que je rentre. J'ai demandé une rente ou pas. J'ai dit, je veux me débrouiller en Chine. J'ai commencé à apprendre le chinois. J'ai appris 2 langues chinoises. Je parle le chinois, je parle le cantonais et je parle le mandarin. Le cantonais est parlé en Chine. Le mandarin est parlé dans la grande Chine. Le mandarin est parlé à Hong Kong. Donc j'ai fait la Chine, je suis reparti à Hong Kong. Hong Kong est considéré aussi comme un pays, donc je suis à Hong Kong et à Macao. D'accord? Après Hong Kong, mes parents m'ont demandé qu'est-ce que je fous là-bas en Asie, que le monde se passe, que les choses se passent en Europe, que je m'en vais là-bas. J'étais content. Et l'Europe est d'accord, comme on m'a dit de partir en Europe, je suis parti en Europe. Je n'avais jamais mis les pieds en France, mais ça va que j'ai commencé. Quand je suis arrivé en France, je n'ai pas vu un immeuble de plus de 10 étages, au plein cœur de Paris. J'étais venu Parce que j'étais dans un pays très développé comme Guangdong, où il n'y avait que des gratte-ciel là-bas. Je me suis demandé est-ce que j'étais à Paris. J'étais trop choqué maintenant. Et ce qui m'a encore choqué à Paris, c'est que j'arrive, je ne fais pas 2 jours, je sors du train, il y a un gars qui fait que me demander l'argent. Un gars jeune, je suis comme toi. Je dis au Cameroun, on ne me demande pas l'argent. J'arrive en France, un gars me demande l'argent, ça a commencé comme mal. J'ai commencé à m'énerver, j'ai dit non, je ne vais pas rester ici en France. J'ai dit je vais aller dans un pays qui est mieux. Je suis parti à Suisse en Zurich. Et en Suisse en Zurich, j'ai commencé à fréquenter là-bas. Et puis à un moment donné, ça ne donnait pas parce qu'il fallait que je me concentre à l'école et que je travaille en même temps. Donc j'ai dû revenir au Cameroun. Donc mes études n'ont pas vraiment abouti en Suisse. Je suis revenu au Cameroun pour repartir maintenant en Asie parce que finalement je me suis rendu compte que c'est plus là-bas qu'il fallait aussi. La preuve, les Chinois ont dépassé les Français, non? Est-ce que quand la Chine parle, tous les groupes veulent parler? Donc vous avez tous les groupes mélangés. N'équivaut pas à la Chine qui dit aujourd'hui. Nous, les Américains, on a peur des Chinois, on essaye de faire ce qu'on appelle la guerre économique avec eux parce qu'on a peur qu'ils nous dépassent en Amérique. Et les gars sont en train de dépasser. On a très peur. Donc c'est pour dire que quand je suis arrivé en Asie, j'ai vu comment les gars travaillaient. Quand une Chinoise ouvre son marché pour vendre, elle ouvre son marché à 8h, 9h. Vous savez à quelle heure elle ferme son marché? Elle ferme à 22h. Une fille jeune, chinoise. Donc, ça c'est pour parler d'une jeune fille. Je ne parle pas parler de maman chinoise pour le reste. Eux, ils travaillent très dur. Les Chinois travaillent plus dur que les Américains. Comme je vous ai dit qu'il y a une corrélation entre le travail et le succès. C'est pour ça que les gars sont en train de dépasser les Américains. Les Américains travaillent plus dur que les Français. Quand je dis qu'il y a une corrélation entre le travail, nous quand on travaille en Amérique, on travaille minimum 40 heures. Vous savez qu'en France, c'est 37 heures. Et les Français, ils ont quoi? Ils n'ont rien. On est en train de les aider à chaque fois pour pouvoir payer les heures. Au Cameroun, on travaille combien d'heures alors? On ne travaille même pas 20 heures. Quand quelqu'un va au Cameroun, on va parler de ça. They go to work, at what time they come back? At 4. That's not work. And now when they go to work, what do? They read newspaper. Go into government work like in Yaoundé, you go to those ministères, you don't see them. They don't work, they read newspaper and they go back home. How can we not fail as a country? Comment ce pays peut se développer dans la paresse? On ne peut pas. C'est pour ça qu'il dit qu'on vous en a aussi arrêtez de penser que c'est comme ça qu'on réussit. Si tous les Camerounais travaillent, on va dépasser les Américains. C'est comme ça que les Chinois payent. Mais les Camerounais ne veulent pas travailler. Quand tu dis un jour Camerounais, you need to work, c'est no, I give you money. En Amérique, à 18 ans, on ne donne plus l'argent aux gens. Parce que les gars commencent à travailler à 16 ans. À 18 ans, ils prennent des prêts au gouvernement pour aller à l'école, pour repayer ça après eux-mêmes. C'est tellement grave aux États-Unis qu'on oblige les parents de donner l'argent aux enfants. Parce que quand tu ne donnes pas l'argent à ton enfant au Cameroun, aux États-Unis, souvent on peut m'emprisonner pour ça, on appelle ça child support. Quand tu as un enfant, tu dois prendre son donné. Mais on te dit qu'à 18 ans, tu arrêtes parce qu'on est obligé d'oublier. Donc, c'est pas comme ici que ton enfant dit que papa, il veut l'argent pour aller à l'école. Tu dis, un parent refuse de lui donner l'argent pour aller payer. Donc, on oblige donc certains parents aux États-Unis de prendre soin de leurs enfants. On appelle ça child support. Tu es obligé. Si tu ne fais pas ça, on coupe ça depuis ton salaire là-bas. Donc, c'est pour ça que les grands joueurs américains qui ont des salaires en millions, quand ils ont peur d'avoir les enfants, tu vois, tu as un enfant avec lui, il devait te payer 2 millions pour que tu le poursuives pas. 2 millions de dollars, je parle de ce en France. Donc, arrêtez de trop penser à vos parents pour vous. Pensez à vous-même. D'accord? Donc, la réunion, c'était beaucoup plus pour vous sensibiliser parce que je veux vraiment que vous soyez les meilleurs. Et c'est pas facile pour moi de tourner votre cerveau parce que je suis en train d'entrer dans votre tête, vous lavez un peu le cerveau pour dire que arrêtez de vous amuser. Un peu comme souvent à l'école avant que vous soyez vous dire que travaillez jusqu'au bout. Work harder, that's for your own good, but that's for good of the company because the more you work harder, the more we can produce. Like we did the last week, we have more than 5 videos AI that we did. And I'm proud of that, to be honest. I'm very proud when I see and ask Tracy, what have you done? They say, okay, this is my video here. I say, okay, and she's doing something, right? And that made me proud. So keep doing that, keep working harder the way you're doing now. And to be honest, by at least 2 years, you're gonna be, monetizing everything you're doing, and you're gonna have the type of money you're looking for, because all of you, I know you dream to have big money and you can have it. It's easy. It's easy to make money. People don't know that, but it's easy. Okay? I know that because I've been there. I know how easy it is. I told you that in 7 countries, even in country where I thought I couldn't make money. Do you know a country called Thailand? Thailand. I've been in Thailand. You know what I've been doing there? I've been teaching. Teaching what? English, mathematics. So what happened is that I went to Singapore to look for a job. Because Singapore is actually a very high English language country in Asia, right? But that didn't work out for me. And I said, okay, what should I do? I went to Thailand for a while. While I was going to Thailand, I was applying for a job, like teaching. They like foreigners to teach their kids, right? So I went there, I was a teacher. Like they're gonna come, post Thailand, they're gonna get up, say, good morning, teacher. I was still on my 22. Good morning, teacher. Say, good morning, class. How are you? Sit down. Like those type of things. Think about that. Succeeding outside is not easy, but I've been doing that, right? I've been teaching those kids in Thailand English, mathematics, English, because when I went there, that was not just literature. I have to tell them mathematics, physics, and all those things. Thanks because I went to school for that. So when I came there, I said, okay, why are you going to be teaching those kids? Those people were 10 now. So they were kids that was waiting to go to their university. So I had to teach them maths and physics. Think about that. Right? And then when I was teaching them, they called me back in Singapore telling me, hey Alex, your application was successful, come back, want to employ you. And I went back to Singapore to do my employment. So when I was employed in Singapore, they told me that they were working in America. We're looking for computer engineer in America. They called me all the way to Singapore to go to America to be a computer engineer. I left Singapore to go to America so I can do the same thing I was doing in America, in Singapore the first place. I was computer engineer in Singapore, a very big bank. Royal Bank of Scotland. Think about that. Just about 23. Royal Bank of Scotland in Singapore. So I left that to go and do a higher skill job back in Illinois, Chicago. And just in America, I mean in many states. Chicago, Illinois, Florida, all those type of things I've been there working, and I know how it is to work, and I come back to Cameroon to how it is to do the same thing. I know you are ready to go outside, and you cannot go outside without doing anything. So learn with me here, do some very fun things here. By the time you're outside, you can just say you've been 2 years with Agro Digital, they're going to call us, you can validate your employment. That's why they do. They don't just take you like that. Before they employed me back in Singapore, they wanted to know what I've been doing the last 5 years, the last 8 years. I had to give them proof that I work for this company, I work for this company, and they call, they check if I really did work there. By the time I went to America to work, they checked back in Singapore to know what I've been doing in Singapore. Right? They check. We have this social guy who come to work with us here. Did he really work with you? They don't stop and me saying my resume that I work there, so they call. And those people are going to answer. Just like when you go to the university, like in Canada, they want some people back in Cameroon to validate that, okay, we have Alain did good school here, and Alain was a good kid, right? La person led the recommendation. So get the person to go to school in Canada. They still want those cool things, right? So don't play too much here, because when they're gonna ask me, okay, what Alain been doing in your company, I'm gonna say Alain was just playing all the time. All the time giving work to Alain. Alain wanted to pay attention to the work I was giving him, right? So if you take him now, that guy is a loser, he won't be doing anything for you, right? So I'm going to be very straight, because people come to me, don't forget, I'm doing academic internship here, and people want me to grade them still. Some people that do not even go to come in here, they come one time, they say, oh, please boss, can you just sign something for us that will be involving with you so we can go back? I say, no, I'm a faithful guy. You think I am deciding things that you didn't do, right? They ask me, right? So by the time we're going to grow in popularity, when we're going to hear somebody work in Agro Digital, you're going to have a job like this very easily. Like if somebody comes to me and say, I work with MTN or Orange, I say, not really. That's what we want, right? That's the same thing. When somebody gonna say, I work with Agro Digital in the future, I'm gonna say, oh, okay, Agro Digital, we know it. come work with us. We know what they've done, right? You know they've done this, that. Come work with us because I know you're very good, right? So think about your future. Think about your resume. Think about your CV. Think about your career. Okay. Okay. Please, I'm just going to stop here because the meeting is not supposed to be a long meeting. It's already 11 o'clock. But we're supposed to have shorter meetings so we can have more work. The reason I have a long meeting is because I haven't gotten a meeting with you for a long time. So I can explain to you about essential issues that you actually care about. Okay. Okay, guys, meeting dismissed and go back to work.
What time is it today?
I'm going to go back and we're going to talk to you later.
Something